Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and this is gonna be a part 2 for the video of how I store my handbag. So kind of like an organization video. Part 1 is already out there. I will link it here in case you haven't seen it. You might want to watch it before this one, or just like as a reminder of what happened in that one. Because there has been some changes in what I wanted originally to do and what I ended up doing. This video is gonna include a unboxing. This box has different type of organizational elements inside it that we are then gonna organize pretty much. So the part 1 of this video, looking into that big box. Part 2 is gonna go into like the before and after of my handbag storage unit, as well as I kind of undercovered a bit in the part 1 video of my like terrible messiness regarding a drawer that I own. So we did have a look inside that messy, shameful drawer. So hopefully there is some organization stuff in the box as well, so we can see if we can make it look nice and tidy. First of all, a big difference. In the part 1, I did, like honest to God, I did plan on the specific items that I would buy from Amazon. And we don't have an Amazon here. I would have needed to order them from the German Amazon. And in some occasions, it's very expensive with the postages, and in some occasions, they don't even ship here and so on. And I got a bit like bored in trying to make my life complicated in Amazon. So I turned into Ikea to see what they would have. So what I'm now trying to tell you here, that basically everything that I linked in the part 1, what I plan to purchase, I have not bought them. But that doesn't mean that they are not good suggestions. It was just a hassle to get them from Amazon to where I live. Sorry. But I will link these things that I have bought from Ikea down there in case you get interested. So now there is at least like alternatives on what to get when you organize your places. Because this is not obviously handbag specific stuff. Let's dig into this massive box, shall we? I came prepared. This is a bit scary. Yeah, filming myself doing this can end up in disaster. Okay, I will close this immediately before I put it down anywhere. So now I have these. Annoying thing is, like whenever you put these into trash, they just explode. Or maybe I don't know how to use them, but I did an online order to Ikea because I just didn't bother going there. We do have 2 Ikea locations within, what would I say, 30 to 45 minute driving, so not far at all. But we don't own a car, so that would have required either taking the public transportation and carrying this stuff, or then borrowing a car. So I just thought online shopping is my preference. So here is the first thing. This is called Complement. Maybe I will show it like this. So this will go into the drawer itself. It has a bit of organization in it. We can look a bit closer once I actually get to the drawer. And shockingly, I got 2 of them because I feel like I might have some other drawers that might benefit from this type of organization. Let's hope that my measuring was accurate at this stage. Okay, this was a bit of an impulse purchase, but this is a holder for like a tablet. Don't need one, but I thought this could be funny. Like, this is the problem with Ikea. Like, I still do impulse purchases, even online shopping. So imagine me going to the store. I usually go after 2 things and come out with 10. It's so, so that's also one reason why I avoid going to the store, because I can clearly impulse buy while online shopping as well. But yeah, so this is not for my organization or anything like that. This is just because I wanted it, and it was like 12 euros. That attitude will not take me far, I tell you. Okay, so then I have a few different type of like small boxes that I can put inside the drawer. So 2 of this size. Yeah, here is the size measurements over there. And then I have to be honest, I also ordered something that has nothing to do with my handbag storage unit or the drawer organization, but these are some kind of storage bags that I'm planning on putting under our bed. And because currently we have like multiple different smaller compartments, and then I will just put, sorry about the noise, put the things in here, close the zipper, and then like slide it in. So yeah, this has nothing to do with the, the topic of this video, or maybe just simple like organization pieces from Ikea that I could tip. But yeah, I purchased 4 of these, so we will definitely get some organization. And that is it. Which really means that in my first video, I looked at like different dividers between handbags, as well as like different levels, or putting them on different levels. And those were from Amazon. Ikea offers some kind of items that you can like level things up. They are in the kitchen section. But when I actually started measuring the storage unit that I have, which I will link here as well, by the way, I got so happy that someone who had watched the part 1 of this actually messaged me that I gave them a great idea of the storage unit, and then they had also like purchased it and showed me how their bags looked like in it. That just, it made me so happy. But that was a bit of a sidetrack. Getting back into what I was saying. So when I started actually measuring the different level pieces, the current setting that I have in the storage unit, it wouldn't just work. They are not big enough. The compartments of the shelf aren't big enough to have different heights. At least with this setting that I have with the shelves. So that was like, okay, I'm gonna drop them. And then I was thinking of ordering these like dividers, these see-through acrylic dividers between especially like the shelf where I have my pen bags. And with that, I just came to the conclusion that I will just first try something else, and then I will revisit that thought if I actually need those things. But it doesn't mean that they are not still something I would have bought unless it would have been that difficult. And I have to say that I would have bought the different like level height thingies, and then I would have gotten them here and noticed that my storage unit is too small for them, or my handbags are too big for them, or whatever. So actually all good ended well there, so that I'm not the owner of something unnecessary right now. But I think the kind of unboxing part of this one is now here. Nothing too exciting at this stage, maybe. But maybe now we can move in to looking at the before and after of how I store my handbags, because that was the kind of whole original point. So I did film up some material before I purchased the storage unit in itself, of how I stored my bags. And I know it's super bad, it's terrible. Please don't judge me when you see that part, because it's bad. It really is. I'm a bit ashamed of like how much money I'm willing to put on the bags itself, and then I've not been the best caretaker, let's put it like that. But the thing is, now the situation is different. I have purchased a Ikea very slim storage unit because I don't have a lot of space here, so it needed to be like very slim and tall to be able to fit it here, and Ikea offered the best type of thing ever. So I'm really pleased with the storage unit in itself, and it fits almost my bags. If I'm completely honest, like my big tote bags, they are not there because it is not wide enough to host tote bags. So they have their own place, like where I store them, where there's more space. So that's not included here, but all my other handbags pretty much fit in there. And that's the greatest thing, I feel like. So we could go first look into the handbag storage unit, and then do the same as in the part 1, so end into the drawer itself. So looking into how it is now, and then see what these things can do. Hopefully wonders. We'll see. Or then this video is gonna be like the lamest organizational video on YouTube, of which I'm already sorry, because I don't think this is gonna be such a mind-blowing experience as some which I have seen, which are just like organization poor. Can I say that here? Don't know. But anyway, let's go on to the next section. This is the starting point, believe it or not. Okay, are we ready to look at the after? So I think we can go from the first highest shelf. So here I have my vintage Lady Dior in the patent blue leather in the back, and my vintage Chanel beige full flap on the front. And there is space in between them, actually quite a lot, so they are not touching each other. They both have space to breathe, and yet I can see both of them, so they are not like same size, so it's possible to enjoy both. Going one below, here I have my Dior 30 Montaigne bag, which still is like, I can't believe I have it now, as well as my Celine Triomphe Walk, which is also from the same category. I can't believe I managed to grab both of these in such a short time period. Going down, so here I have my Celine Nano belt bag, as well as my Prada re-edition. Lovely, also they fit nicely here. Yeah, maybe you can see. Oh yeah, I can also show from here the space between. So they are definitely not touching. There is air for both of them. Then here in the middle, I have my Plen bags. You might notice that one is missing. It's currently, I've loaned it to someone, to my friend. She's borrowing it. So it's not here, but I felt like I will do this video now anyway, even though I don't have it currently. Then the next to last is where I have my other Lady Dior bag, and behind it is a vintage Dior, I would say a clutch, but it's so big that it actually would fit a laptop. It's from the 70s or 80s. I got it from my mom. It's great, but like, to be honest, I'm not using it that often, but it's a nice backdrop for my lady. And then when we go to the bottom shelf, there is my Dior Diorama wallet on chain, as well as Saint Laurent monogram clutch. And yeah, maybe this is the place where I would have used the height pieces, but I just use my Celine box under the Saint Laurent, so it looks nice over there. And you might notice that there is also a few books in here, and this is just my life. This is the reality. The reason why I have put the books in there is that I have not attached this shelf to the wall, which means that I'm a bit concerned that if I have the door open And there is some bags like on the edge that it might like fall down on me, which I don't want. So there's something heavy over there to keep it grounded. But that's reality. That's my life. But yeah, this is how I store my bags and how I organize them. Sorry about the finger. And I have to say, I am super pleased with this. Oi, oi, oi. Ready to go to my drawer of embarrassments. So this is the starting point. It looks the same as last time. Unopened makeup. That's great. Some travel sized eye makeup removers, lip balms, hairspray stuff. Oh lordy. Some makeup things in general. Yeah, this is terrible. This is like completely super bad. But luckily we can now start switching them out to the organization pieces I purchased from Ikea and hope that this will end up looking better. Dun dun dun. Are we ready? Ta-da! I have to say, I'm not a professional organizer or anything like that, but this looks quite nice, I have to say. And if you feel like there is a bit less stuff in here and that the organization units I chose for it are a bit different, let me explain. First of all, I went through everything that was in this drawer and threw out a lot of things. So there was so much stuff that I just, rubbish. And I actually decided to put both of these dividers in here instead of one of this and then two of the white ones. And I'm actually pretty happy with this. So in the back row over here, there is all the like hair bands and hair stuff in general. Then here I have some like travel sized items, unopened creams and such. Here's also an unopened deodorant and then some nail polish removers. Makeup, which I don't really use that often, and mainly it's just like lip products and eyeliners and such, but they are now more like nicely here, so I actually see what I have and easier to grab. More nail polish remover, deodorant, then some facial thingies. I'm really hooked into those, so like easy access needs to be in the front row. And then here I have all the unopened lip balms, and then summer is coming, so definitely Compete is my friend, not gonna lie. And then on the side there is a bit of space, so I put some like spray bottle, I don't know, there are some empty ones I can put in some perfume if I want to. And then here are these, just like easy grab and go. But I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with myself. It looks 100 times better than it did. And it didn't cost me that much. And I actually went through my drawer and the items in it and threw a bunch of it away. Oh, I'm so happy and pleased. That's it. Do I have to feel ashamed? I feel like I do a tad of how I have been living with my items. I'm actually a person who enjoys organization, and I sometimes get very annoyed that our apartment is quite small. Maybe the actual reality is that we have too big furniture or we have too much stuff in general, but I tend to think that our apartment is too small. And I really love organization, and in tiny spaces sometimes it's a bit problematic because you just don't have the storage space. But now I feel quite good. My handbags live happily behind a glass door in a corner where sun is not directly shining. I have a good visual like way to look at them when I'm not using them, which I love. They are presented nicely and I didn't need to part up with a lot of money. So I'm super, super happy. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.